Hi guys, I hope all is going fantastically well for you and you're having a great day. I decided that I was going to make myself a little snack for lunch and have some hard-boiled eggs. I was going to do it on my stove, but then I thought this would be the perfect time to do a video on this new alcohol burning unit that I got. So, me and Charles were out at the thrift store the other day. We just had a new Goodwill that opened up in our neighborhood. And we found this. We found this Rocket alcohol stove for about $6. $6, not 60. We looked it up online, and this particular model is from the 70s and runs about 80 bucks. So it's a really good deal. I had to snag it up because this is exactly what we're going for with our tiny cabin project. With this is completely off the grid. You don't need electricity. You don't need gas. And that is how we're doing at our cabin. We actually have solar panels mounted up right now, so we do have electricity, but it's powered off of the sun, and it costs us nothing to run. Yes, $0 for the electric bill. So anyway, instead of cooking my eggs on the stove, I decided to film this for you guys, cooking and all. Forgive me, it's got a little bit of tarnish on there. That was not bought like that. That happened last time. I'm not sure how to get it off yet, so we're just going to leave it like that. But I'm going to show you how to fill it up, what kind of fuels that you can burn in this, what is safe, how long they will burn for, and about how much they cost. So with that said, I've got some things written down. I've got my little cheat sheet here, and I went ahead and wrote our tiny cabin project on it because that's the name of the YouTube channel. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Now, first of all, for the types of fuels that you can burn in this. After much research, I found that you can use denatured alcohol, which is what I'll be using today, which looks like a cup of water. But that is denatured alcohol. Now, with the denatured alcohol, it's not 100% environmentally friendly. It's not horrible, but it does contain methanol. It can be toxic. I think I read about up to 18%. We've burned it in our fireplace, in our chimney, in our cabin, which is a very tiny space. We've had it going for hours. Now, of course, I do recommend having ventilation, like an open window or a fan that brings your inside air out to ventilate. I would also recommend with anything like this, because anything that you burn depletes oxygen, getting a carbon monoxide detector, which are very cheap, or getting an oxygen sensor, which will let you know if there is a lack of oxygen in the space that you're in. You can also burn pure methanol. You can burn pure ethanol, which is like Everclear. You would find that at the liquor store. Fuel line antifreeze, rubbing alcohol, which you can find at your drugstore. And some people use heat. Those little bottles of heat that you see at the gas station or at the auto center that you put in your fuel line, some people use that. I have not done very much research on that yet to find out what type of heat they use, because there are several different bottles that claim different things. I don't want to try something that I don't know. So for today, we will be using this. This is denatured alcohol. We went to Home Depot. You can get a big, I think it's a 2-gallon can for like $7. So this is very cheap. This stuff burns very efficiently and for a long time. With that said, I would not recommend trying to pour it from that big tin can into your stove or anything else that you'll be using to burn the fuel in. The reason I say that is because that big metal can really gushes the methanol or the denatured alcohol out, and it splashes all over the place. You don't want to cover your whole surface and your hands with denatured alcohol, otherwise you'll be lighting more on fire than what you would like to. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and take this top off. It removes like that and just clamps on. This is So cool. I still cannot believe that I found this for $6. So we're definitely going to be going out and looking for more. What I plan on doing is getting 2 or 3 of these, ideally in different sizes, and just mounting them to the countertops at the cabin. I'm at home right now. It's not quite the weekend yet, so I can't film this at the cabin, but I will be doing videos similar to this. I have some pretty cool things in store. I'm not going to let my secrets go for what I have planned yet, just because I don't want anybody to take my idea. Not that they would, but I don't want to chance it. So what I'm going to do, it actually fills up more of an area than that little hole in there. There's actually tiny little holes or cracks in the bottom of it, and it soaks up into it. So you can actually get quite a bit of fluid in here. I'm going to use a funnel for this to fill her up. I'm going to do just a little bit at a time just to let it soak. It might be kind of hard to see, but you can see the liquid in there going down as you pour. A little bit more. See if I can take this out so you guys can see it better. See, right now the liquid is sitting in there, but it will drain down. So I will be back. I don't want to run out of time. After I get this completely filled up, it will just take a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. That didn't take a lot at all. Just to show you, before I light it, we still have that much left. So it took 25% of what was there to fill that up completely. There's still liquid in the bottom. You don't have to have that completely filled up if you guys want to get one of these. This does not have to have any liquid visible in it because it soaks up into the sides. You've got these little jets here which the flames will come out of. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to light our little stick here. And I'm doing this one-handed, so forgive me. But this is just a little incense stick that I'm going to use as a match to light the stove. And it's lit. We'll go ahead and just set that off to the side. Now, it might be hard to see, but the flames in it are already burning a little high. They're not coming out of the jets yet. It takes just about 30 to 60 seconds for that to kick in to where they start burning out of all the jets. Another thing is, this guy right here controls your flame by airflow. So when you turn this, when it's completely open like that, you're going to have your highest flame. But when it shuts off, is when the flame goes lower. So it's open now. And you can see how to adjust it there. And it is hard doing this one-handed, so forgive me. Okay, so now the flames are starting to come through the jets on the side. You can clearly see that right there. Now these will shoot up very high, so after this warms up, and like I said, it takes about 30 to 60 seconds, after that warms up, those will rise very high to the point of where the flames are shooting above the grill. So the flames will literally be on the bottom of your pot or pan that you're cooking with, and you'll have to adjust this like so to cut down the flame. But we're going to keep this fully burning right now because we're boiling a pretty good amount of water for the eggs. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and set this back on. It just clamps on like so. You want to make sure that it's secure on all sides. There we go. Now we have it secure. The flames are getting pretty high, so we're just going to go ahead and set on our eggs and show you how we cook on the alcohol stove. Get a pretty good view in there. See, those are getting a lot higher. And I will get back to you guys as the water starts to boil. I would film this all the way through, but I've got to watch my times because you know, on YouTube, you can't upload anything over 15 minutes. So we'll be right back. While those eggs are coming to a boil, I just wanted to show you guys what I was talking about. So this is a big can of denatured alcohol, clean burning fuel. And you can buy this at like Home Depot, Lowe's, pretty much any hardware shop. Walmart will not have it, I can already tell you that. But the position of this cap right here is why you don't want to try to pour it right in, because it kind of gushes out all the fluid. But this is what we use. Yes, I did move outside. No risk of fire inside the house. Always better safe than sorry. We'll be back. As you can see, it's only been about 2 minutes, and the flames are going very, very high now. I shut off some of the lights in the house in hopes that you guys can see exactly how high the flames are going. That flame is touching the bottom of the pan. I started with cold water. It's been on the burner for about 2 or 3 minutes, and the water is almost at boiling point. Or should I say a simmer. We'll be back. Okay guys, it's been about 5 minutes. The water is just starting to boil. One of my eggs has decided to crack, but that's fine. A good trick is actually to put a tiny bit of vinegar in the water, so if your eggs do start to crack, it keeps the egg inside. It kind of helps prevent any seepage. Not sure exactly why that is. I read that online and it does work great. So we've got the water boiling. I'm going to let it boil just a little bit more before I take it off the heat. So the eggs have been boiling for just about 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and turn off the heat, and I want to make sure to show you guys how to do this. So this neat, nifty little handle right here, you just pop this right on top, but you also want to make sure that you close the airway and make sure everything is firmly pressed down. That will continue to have some flames for about 10 seconds, and once it completely loses any kind of airflow, that flame will go out. Okay, and it's actually been about 6 or 7 seconds. The flame has completely gone out. Remove the lid, and you can see there is no flame. We're going to go ahead and let the eggs sit in the hot water for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then we will move them over to the ice water I have ready on the side. Okay, so the eggs have been sitting for about 7 to 8 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and carefully remove them and place them into the ice water. I never skip this step because I believe that the ice water actually helps separate the egg from the shell and makes it very, very easy to peel when it's time to peel them. Go ahead and just carefully remove them and sink them right into the ice water. I always like to use the side of the bowl to make sure that it doesn't just plop in and crack all over the place. Probably not that important now that they're done, but can never be too careful. So we're going to let those sit for just a couple minutes and then see how our eggs turned out cooking on the rocket burner alcohol stove. Okay guys, so as you see, my eggs came out beautiful and perfectly done. So that is how you can hard boil eggs on an alcohol burning stove. In all, it took about 10 minutes of my time. Not too bad for a great little afternoon snack. All I need is a little bit of salt and I'll be good to go. As always guys, thank you for watching. And on a last note, if you did just watch this video and you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned to upcoming videos. Thank you guys. Have a great afternoon.